Who is Dr. Moses Olaleye, and why should you listen today? I said he is the first African to pass the Get Fund to Trade exam. He is the first future contract analyst in Africa. He is also the first stock option analyst in Africa. And as well as is the former derivative analyst at Mostep Africa. He is a medical doctor, an entrepreneur, and he has also trained more than 150 students across the globe. He has also made more than 20 people a millionaire in the last 2 years. And that is very, very interesting, which is why you are here today, because you also need to make money, right? Everybody needs to make money in this present economy. So as I welcome Dr. Moses Olaleye right now. You're welcome, sir. Please kindly take on the seminar, sir.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Olabisi, for the introduction. I really appreciate. So, first, I would like to appreciate those that have joined us on this Zoom seminar. It is an opportunity for most of us, especially for those that know me personally. It is an avenue to share what I know. And the reason why we are having this seminar is to educate people, because a lot of things have been going online now that I'm not really happy about. The way people are scamming people, it's ridiculous on Instagram, on Facebook. I remember last year, is it last year? Yeah, where a lot of investment companies are scamming people of their hard-earned money. They tell you they want to invest your money, they want to put it in different asset classes that you can make 20 or 50% return in less than 2 weeks. So the question is, are these guys real? Is he real to make money online? Is it true to make 50% or 30% within 2 weeks? So all these are the things I'll be explaining in today's seminar. And apart from that, also I'll be clarifying some doubts that you have concerning investment. So I'll be sharing the PowerPoint slide to you. So this seminar is very, very important for us to listen and also understand all asset classes we can invest in, and how we can differentiate between what is an investment and a Ponzi scheme, because people are going about to tell people asset classes that you can make money from, and collecting your hard-earned money and scamming you of that. So I'll be starting with the slides. Please, if you can't hear me clearly, please signify. So let me share my screen with you so that we can start the presentation. So the anchor of the program has actually introduced myself. I'm actually a medical doctor that is opportune to know about the financial market, and I've been doing this for years now. So I also teach people on how they can do this, how they can invest their money into different asset class, and how you can make returns investing in different asset classes too. So what will you be learning in today's seminar? So first thing you'll be learning is how you can make money from devaluation.
Where's that green Bible?
Please, sorry. Mr. Olu, you said something. All right. So as I was saying, first thing you'll be learning today is how to protect your money from devaluation, how to know asset classes to invest in, how to properly invest in foreign stock, and differentiating between Ponzi scheme and investment. And the last thing is how to spot a scammer. So we'll be starting with devaluation. What is devaluation? So devaluation is a reduction or underestimation of the worth or the importance of something. I'll be giving you a practical example. If you've been following the Naira lately, you realize that Naira has lost about 200% of its value since 2010. If you are earning 10,000 per month 10 years ago, the worth of that 10,000 now will be worth almost 5,000 Naira. And that's what we are saying. Your salary is not increasing, your wages are not increasing, and things are becoming expensive day by day, which is crazy. In order for you not to fall victim in such acts, You need to prevent your money from devaluation because things are getting expensive day by day. So an example of example of devaluation is currency devaluation, as I explained earlier. You remember in 2010, the exchange rate for dollar to naira is about 150 naira to a dollar. I'll be showing you that chart. Sorry for that. Sorry, there's a technical glitch. So the exchange rate for dollar in 2010 was around about $150. Sorry, my network is acting up. That's why. So if you can see my screen, 2010, the exchange rate for dollar to naira is about 150. Today, you can see that the exchange rate for naira is around 450. So currency, our naira has been devaluating since 2010. Please, a minute, please. Let me try and rectify the technical glitch we have here.
All right, so we are very sorry for the technical glitch, please. In few minutes, we'll be up. Yeah, we're very sorry for the technical glitch. In few minutes, we'll be up. All right, so in 10 minutes, we will be up. We're very sorry for the glitch. Bear with us, please. In 10 minutes, we will be up. All right. So thank you everyone for waiting patiently. The system glitch has been resolved. So I think we are back online right now. So thank you very much.
Right, sorry for the technical glitch delay. So I will start from where I stopped. So as I
Nope, we can't hear.
can you hear me? Sorry. So sorry for that. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
All right. So as I was explaining the devaluation of naira to dollar, and I'm using this graph as an example. I said in 2010, the price of dollar to naira is around 150 naira. Naira was 115 naira to a dollar in 2010. And I said if you have been earning money in naira in 2010, in 2021 now, dollar is around 500 now. And I was trying to explain what devaluation is. Devaluation is a technique whereby government devaluate currency because of the best reasons known to them. Countries can do this probably if they are not seeing foreign investor investing in their country. They can actually devaluate their currency to attract foreign investor to invest in their country, because a foreigner coming down to your country that can afford to exchange their own money to your own currency at a very higher rate, they will come and invest. So that's what devaluation is. But it's so unfortunate that in Nigeria, our government, our leaders are devaluating currency based on their own selfish interest. You know, these guys, they loot money, they go abroad, they make money in dollars, they bring it back to Nigeria, they change it to 500. That's a huge amount of money they spend. Devaluation is meant to help the economy. That's if it is an economy that is growing. If there's an economy there's production, if it's an economy that we are not only focusing on crude oil as our means of foreign exchange. So that's what we are saying. In Nigeria presently now, we only focus on crude oil, not agriculture. So CBN devaluating currency is to actually help Nigeria economy to grow. But reverse is the case. That's not what we are seeing presently in this our country. Devaluation of currency has affected a lot of things, including prices of food, including prices of assets. If you have been making money in naira since 2010 now, in 2021 now, your children's school fees has increased, your house rent has increased, but your salary is not increasing. what you could use 10,000 naira to do in the last 4 years, can you still use that 10,000 naira to buy that particular thing you can buy in 2010? That is what devaluation is. For every devaluation is meant to yield a very positive thing. But in Nigeria, that we don't have anything we are producing, we depend solely on importation of things from other countries. So devaluation will not help us. It will only harm the citizen. That's what devaluation is. And moving on to the next slide, you don't want the money you save up or your salary to be affected by devaluation, because I explained just now that for every devaluation, the value of a currency is always depreciating. And when the value of a currency is depreciating, you won't be able to afford things you can afford before. For example, now commodities like food, we all know the story now. In time past, bag of rice used to be around 5,000, 10,000 naira now, but you can see how much bag of rice is because of inflation. So let's say you are still earning 10,000 or 20,000 naira now. Can you afford a bag of rice? That's what we are saying. And there are different things you need to do to actually prevent this thing to actually prevent this devaluation to affect you negatively. And the only thing you can do is to invest. And this is where investment comes in. You don't want to be earning money in naira and be saving it in the bank. That's bad, because uh, the way things are increasing, the way price of things are increasing, you won't be able to afford all these things anymore if you don't do something about your money, which is very, very important. You need to find asset classes that are devaluation proof. What do I mean by devaluation proof? You need to invest into something that even if naira is depreciating in value, you can still afford to buy those things you want to buy. You can still afford to pay for your children's school fees. You can still afford to pay your house rent. That's what we are saying. And how can you do this? During time of devaluation, as I've actually explained, during time of devaluation, there's always inflation. And whenever there's inflation, prices of things are always very expensive. And how can you take advantage of this? Just like what I used to tell people, when I ask them, is inflation a good thing or a bad thing? Most people say it's a bad thing. But I'll tell you, this answer is a double-edged sword. Inflation can be a good thing if you actually know what you are doing. And that's why it is very, very important for you to understand how the economy works. In the economy, there are times that there will be inflation and there are times there will be deflation. I'll be explaining that in details. During time of deflation, value of money is always appreciating, and these are times you can afford to buy a lot of things. And during inflation, prices of things are always on the high side. That's why you hear tomato is increasing in price today, pepper is increasing in price tomorrow, because things are expensive. Currency has no value, so you need to have huge amount of money in your hand before you can buy a lot of things. So how can you take advantage of this inflation crisis? One is by investing in assets like real estate. Just like the story I was telling one of my friends last week. Do you know if you had bought let's say 2 hectares of land somewhere in VI, let's say 20 years ago, 20 years ago, land in VI, I think a plot is around 10 to 20 million. In Lekki, in VI, that was 10 to 20 years ago, around 5 million to 10 million. If you have bought that land now, a plot of land in VI is close to like 50 million or 60 million. What has happened? One, inflation has been increasing ever since for the past 10 years, and the value of our currency also has been depreciating. So anybody that can invest in assets like, for example, real estate, you are buying property, you are buying houses, by the time there's inflation, the prices of those assets will increase in price. So you can sell it for higher price. That's the benefit of inflation. That's benefit for inflation for those that are securing their money. And that is why this deflation proof that you are seeing, it is very, very important to take them into practice. Real estate is a very lovely way for investing your money into devaluation proof. Devaluation proof are things you can put your money into that even if there's inflation, it won't affect the value of your currency negatively. The other thing is commodity. We know the love of material things in woman is alarming. You see people buying different things every day, clothes, shoe, the way people place importance on commodities like clothes, shoe. There's no time people will not wear clothes. There's no time people will not buy shoe. So these commodities too are very important to invest in. Probably you can invest into commodities like shoe, clothes, or if you don't have the means, you can invest into somebody that is selling shoe and clothes. I know this sounds funny. During time of inflation, people will always demand for clothes. People will always demand for palm oil. People will always demand for bag of rice. So if you can afford to buy all these commodities when it is very cheap, once there's inflation, the prices of these things will increase. Just like the deal we made before Buhari closed the border, that we made about 2 million naira from that deal before Buhari closed the border. We realized people are buying rice from Benin Republic, and this is not good for our economy because it's not helping our farmers make money. People that are producing local rice, they are not making money because people tend to buy rice from other countries like Benin Republic, and people have free access to go and buy rice. That's what I'm saying. And the more people are having access to buy rice in another country, the value of our own or the price of our own rice will reduce. So because of that, government had to intervene by closing the border. But before they close the border, some of us that we understand how the economy work, we know these things that people are doing will not be sustainable. What do I mean by that? The way people are going to Benin to buy rice, one, it will affect our currency. Okay, Mr. Adewumi Bello, I can see your question, but I will explain later after I'm done with the presentation. Please just follow up. So as I was saying, I was explaining how we made about 2 million naira deal from the banning of importing of rice from the border. That's what I was trying to explain. How you can take advantage of the economic situation and make money from it. I'm actually explaining how inflation can be a good thing for those that are just joining. How inflation can be a good thing. So as I was explaining, before they closed the border, we knew and we made our research that the border saga, people importing rice from Benin is not a good thing because before you can buy rice at the border, you need to change naira to what? To CFA. And the more you are doing that, the more you are giving CFA higher hand against naira, which is not really good. So, and we know this is not sustainable because the government had to intervene. Initially, in 2010, I remember 1,000 naira used to be 3,000 CFA in Benin Republic. Yeah, it's times three. Our money is times three of their money. But the more we are going there to spend our naira, converting our own naira to their own currency, it will affect the value of our own currency, which is naira. So the more we are doing that, we are causing naira value to depreciate, in which the government of the country won't like that, since we can also produce our own rice locally. So before that happened, bag of rice was about, I think, 10,000 for those that really know rice business. Bag of rice was around 10,000 to 13,000 naira then at the border. So, and we know quite well based on our analysis that this bag of rice, once they close the border, it will be difficult for people to have access to buy rice at the border. And if there's scarcity of rice at the border, what will happen? The price will go up because lesser demand, once demand of something is high and the supply is limited, it will make price go up. We all learned that in our economics law of supply and demand. So we know that once the demand of rice is high and they've closed the border, supply will be restricted. So guess what we did, guys? We bought around, I think, 5,000 bags. Each bag cost 13,000 naira. So we kept it somewhere. We did not know when Buhari will close the border, but we definitely know Buhari will close that border because every country does not want devaluation of their currency because people are going to another country to change their own currency to the other people's currency. And the only way we are doing that is when we go and buy rice and car. So I think they did that in 2019. They did that in 2019 around, I think around July time. That's when they closed the border. We bought those rice, that's those 5,000 bag of rice around April, May time. So lo and behold, after 3 months, Buhari closed the border. And when Buhari closed the border, my brothers and sisters, bag of rice went from 13,000 to 33,000. For those of you that don't know what happened then when they closed the border, foreign rice became gold. Something we bought 13,000 each, we were selling it around 30,000 naira. You can imagine the big profit we made from that deal. So that's what I'm saying.
So during inflation, you can actually benefit from because most people see inflation as economic crisis, in which is no economic crisis if you know what you are doing. So what you need to do is to survey the economy. As we are in Nigeria now, there are things that are happening now that you can take advantage of. And I will explain in details how you can take advantage of bad information for your own good use. Another example is the dollar exchange rate. I remember in 2020, I made some people millionaire too in 2020 when I told them this little secret. Money is just about having an idea. That's what money is all about. If you have an idea, you can generate it to money, and that's what most people don't know. Our generation now is not by hard work. In case you don't know, it's by smart work. So how did I make 20 people a millionaire 2020? Inflation report was released. CBN used to release inflation report. I've explained what inflation is. Whenever there's inflation, there's always panic everywhere that prices are high, and everybody will start complaining that food prices are high, this one is high, petroleum price is high, and every other thing. So I remember 2020, for those of you that have been following the exchange rate, dollar to naira was 360 naira. It was 360 naira. So when they released the inflation report was formerly at, I think, 10.8%. So when they released the inflation report around January, I remember January 2020, it increased from 10.8% to around 13%. When I saw that, I know something is coming up in the future, and I know naira is at the edge of devaluation. So I told people to go and buy dollar. I think the exchange rate was 360. Before the end of 2020, dollar went to around 450 or 460, 460 naira. So imagine you have bought dollar at 360 naira and you are selling at 460 naira. You will have made a lot of money from this deal. So this is how you can take advantage of information before they actually happen, and making money off this information. So as I've explained how you can actually safeguard your money from devaluation, I've mentioned real estate and I've mentioned commodities, how you can invest in different commodities like shoe, bag, even food. Food is also a very important asset to consider when investing. Most of us don't know. People that are doing food business are really making a lot of money, because if the economy is good, if the economy is bad, people will still eat food. So you can invest in food vendors, probably buy the franchise of maybe McDonald's, Mama Cass, or any of those restaurants. Or if you can set it up yourself, or you're into food business, maybe raw food like rice, like palm oil is also something to consider. Because even when there's inflation or the economy is bad, people are still going to eat food. So the third one is foreign stock. Why do I say foreign stock? Please give me your attention, because this point is very, very important. Why foreign stock? Why not local stock? Because we all know that we also have local stock. Before I explain this, I would like to explain what stock is for most of us that don't know what stock is. Whenever you hear stock, it's not stockfish. Oh. I'm not talking about stockfish. I'm talking about equities. What are equities? If you're a business owner now, you'll be able to relate with what I'm about to say. Whenever you register your business as a limited liability company, you will have the opportunity to list your company on the stock exchange. And why is it important for you to do this? Because whenever somebody establishes a business, funding can be a major problem. So in order for investors to see your business and invest in it, that's why most people list their company on the stock exchange, to let investors see their company and invest in their company. So whenever you are investing in a company is mandated to give you shares of their company, so that when the company is growing, you can also make money from that company. An example of a company is this Dangote Group. We all know Dangote. Dangote is a company that is listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. If you had invested in Dangote, anytime Dangote is giving dividends, they will give you dividends. Dividends is the fee or the amount a company gives their shareholder at the end of each quarter. So investing in company means you are their shareholder. Anything that happens to the company also happens to you. If the company is making money, you're also making money. That's what stock is. So what differentiates a foreign stock from a local stock? As I've explained before, if you are investing in a local stock, you are investing in naira. Even if you are making money on those local stock, inflation is still going to affect you. That's the problem. Foreign stock, it means you are investing in foreign companies. And whenever you are investing in foreign companies, you are investing in dollar. An example is this. All of us all know Facebook. We use Facebook every time. That's why I'm always disappointed when people have phone and laptop and still they are not making money. The social media platform, you see people wasting their time on, laughing, pressing, wasting their data on. You can also invest in all these companies. Do you know every minute you open Facebook, Facebook is making close to $1 million every minute you open Facebook? Is that not amazing? How can you take part of the, how can you share that money with Facebook now? That's what I want to explain. Being a shareholder of Facebook, you have access to any money Facebook is making. Instead of you wasting your data opening Facebook, chatting with people, you can also make money on Facebook by investing in Facebook, because Facebook is a company and they are listed on the stock market or the stock exchange, in which you as an investor, you can also invest with them. So we have a lot of companies. We have Facebook, we have Apple, we have Amazon. These are great companies abroad that you can actually invest in them. For example, is Apple also. We all know Apple. Apple is the company that manufacture iPhone. I remember their first version of iPhone when they started. I think it was around 99 cents. That was I can't remember the year, but I can remember the year they manufactured iPhone 4. iPhone 4 was manufactured around that 2013, 2012, 2013. The amount for that phone is around $100 or so. And $100 is also the share price of that company at that present time. Amazon share now is around Apple share now. I think after they've done stock splits, before they did stock splits, Apple share was around 1,000 before the stock split. Now they are back to 100 now. If you had invested in Apple in 2012 or 2013, your $100 now will have amounted to $10,000. You know how much $10,000 is now? Exchange rate is 500 naira to a dollar. It will have been 5 million naira. And $100 in 2012 or 2013 was around $300. You can imagine in 2012 or 2013, $1 is around $300 to 250. So $100 is 25,000 naira. So if you had invested 25,000 naira, which is $100 in 2012, today you not only make money in the stock, you also make money from the exchange rates, because that $100 now will have turned to $10,000, and $10,000 now is around 5 million. So 25,000 naira to 5 million in the space of 5 years. That's what we are talking about. But if you had invested in a company in Nigeria, you know, devaluation will affect you because the value of your naira will depreciate. But remember, it's dollar we are investing in foreign stock. So as naira is depreciating against dollar, your money is increasing in dollar, and your share price of the company you are investing to is also increasing. That's why foreign stock is very important. And in foreign stock, you are not giving anybody your money. You are the one doing it yourself. It's not as if you are passing through a third party. You are investing directly with the company. Unlike all these investment scamming we've been hearing, that you give somebody your money, they will run away with it. No, this one is directly with the company. Anything that happens to the company also happens to you. So moving on to the next slide as well, to look at what we have. So the question now comes in as, how can you invest in foreign stock? Because I'll be stopping with foreign stock because that is our main topic, and that is what I want to expatiate on. Because real estate can be very expensive for people to start with. I'm also a real estate investor. I have some properties in Nigeria here. So it is important for you to understand what you are investing into. There are some asset class that it can be so expensive for you to start with. For example, now, like one of the land I bought in Ekpe is around 2.5 million, and it's not everybody that can be opportune to invest or start with 2.5 million, because all fingers are not equal, definitely. So if you want to invest in something, you can start with something you can afford, as little as 10,000 naira or 20,000 naira. It's not everybody that will be capitally strong or financially capable to invest in real estate. Because in real estate, if you want to buy land, even in Ogun State, you have to have millions in your hand. For foreign stock now, you can start as little as 5,000 or 10,000 naira before you can invest in stock. You don't have to have millions before you start investing in the stock market. So there are things you need to watch out for before investing. Investing is not something really difficult. It's not something tedious. You just have to understand some principle. I call them pillars. Just like the example I gave you guys earlier, that the bag of rice, the dollar we're able to take advantage of when we invested in them. It was because we could analyze based on the information we had. News is very, very important. You having access to information is very, very important. How did we know that dollar will rise from 360 to 500? How did we know that bag of rice would increase? How did we know that we'll make money from that investment we put our money into? It's because of one thing we call fundamental. What is fundamental? Fundamental are information that helps an investor to know what to invest into and what not to invest into. It is very important for us to understand that. When I was young, I used to think people listening to news don't have job, or people listening to news don't know what they are doing. But news is money, because from little information, you can actually know what you can invest into and what can each return on investment for you. An example is this refinery Dangote is building recently at Lekki side, after Lekki to Gate side. You know, when they finish that refinery, any land that surround that refinery will be very expensive. So if you want to take advantage of what is happening, one thing you can do is you can go and buy land around that region. I think it's very cheap now. And I have a lot of people that are into that field. So in case you are interested, I will share their contact with you. So in Lekki, after Lekki toll gate, where Dangote is building his refinery, of course, you've had the information. The information is the fundamental. Whenever you hear fundamental, it's simply information. You've heard that somebody is building refinery somewhere. And you know, after they complete that refinery, you know the prices of property in that area will be very expensive. Will be very, very expensive during that time. So what can you do is to take advantage of the price now by buying now. When it's expensive, you will cash out. So that is how information work. Information that has to do with like the inflation report I explained to you guys. Inflation report in 2020, when I saw the inflation report that Nigeria inflation report is increasing, and I know that with this inflation, the government of Nigeria will devaluate their currency, and once there's devaluation, the value of currency will reduce against other currency. So I was able to take advantage of that information at that particular time by buying dollar, and now that I have dollar now, my dollar that I bought 360 now is worth 500 naira just because of information. So I also have information like unemployment. Somebody will ask me, how can you benefit, or how can you know what to invest in based on unemployment? This is very, very simple. Do you know if you have a lot of jobless people, you can still make money? You can still make money, but because of my time, I won't be able to dive into this very well, but I would paraphrase it for you so that you can understand. Anytime anything is happening in the economy, either positive news or negative news, know that you can benefit from it. Unemployment can lead to what? Can lead to increased interest rates. Let me explain that. When people are unemployed, there are no workforce in the economy, and once there is no workforce in the economy, companies will not be able to what? To have access to money. And if companies are not able to have access to money, companies will turn to government to borrow money. And when there are more people borrowing money, what will that lead to? It will lead to increased interest rates. Government will increase interest rates. And whenever interest rate is being increased, bond yield is always appreciating for people that are investing in bond. People that invest in bond, they love higher interest rates. You can see how I link everything now from unemployment. When there's unemployment, companies will not be able to produce. Companies will not be able to pay salary because of unemployment. Definitely, what causes unemployment is because, one, probably companies are not able to employ people, or probably there's no enough money in circulation. Companies cannot pay salary. They will lay off their workers. And once there's unemployment, it shows that companies are not making money. That's why they cannot pay salary workers, and that's why they are sacking them. And once company does not have money, they want to borrow money to run their business. And when there's more demand for money in terms of credit or loan, government want to increase interest rate. And once interest rate is increased, you understand that bond prices is always at the upside. So anybody that has bought bond before these things I've explained occur, the person will make more money. So you need to understand every information. How information is linked to different things you can invest into. I've explained how information can affect real estate. I've explained how information can affect stock. For example, now for stock now, probably I saw a company headline that the one company now wants to start producing electric car, and I know electric car does not consume petrol, and it can run, or you can use it for a very long time just by charging it and every other thing. I know that company will make money because of what? People prefer to buy car that they can charge than the one that you buy petrol. If you are charging your car, you don't pay for it. You don't pay for the charger. The charging is free. It depends on the company. Like Tesla now, you can buy the hub for charging your Tesla car in your house. It's just like somebody owning a filling station in his own house. But if you are charging it outside, I know you pay. So electric cars is affordable, is efficient. You can use it for a very long time. And the more people are demanding for this car, the more the company will be making money. So you as an investor, just knowing that information alone, you can make more money from that information by investing in the company. Facebook also, Facebook use their platform to run advert and every other thing. The more Facebook is making money, the more you as an investor too will make money. So the second thing also is technical analysis. I know this one might be too difficult for us to understand. Just like what I said, technical analysis has to do with supply and demand of something. Just like what I explained for the bag of rice. Whenever people are demanding for things, it's always making price to rise. For example, now, let's say in real estate now, let's say in Lekki now, people are demanding for houses in Lekki. What do you think those people selling house in Lekki will do to the price of house? Definitely, they are going to increase the prices of those houses. Why? Because people are demanding for it. So with this information of supply and demand, when supply of something is limited and the demand is on the high side, prices are always increasing. So you can take advantage of this also. Just look at anything people are demanding for. I was telling somebody last week and the person was laughing. I made money from a deal, and you'll be surprised what I invested my money into. I invested in wig. This wig women used to put on their head. Of course, I realize there's more demand for it because anytime I go on Instagram, I'm always seeing people talking about woman hair, Brazilian hair, this kind of hair and every other thing. So I called somebody that is into the business. I asked him, if I put my money into this, if I put so amount, how much will I generate in a matter of time? And lo and behold, in the space of 6 months, I was able to make 50% out of my capital because women in Nigeria now are crazy about hair. You can, if you dash woman a wig now, they'll be so happy. People are demanding for hair now. Another product I invested into that yielded return is this woman supplement. A lot of people are selling sexual enhanced drug for their libido and every other thing. So that is why information is very, very important, fundamental and technical. Once you can get the information and understand there's a demand for that particular thing, and you can verify that person's business, you can actually invest in all those things. So another thing also that I would like to talk about is the risk management, because most people really don't understand this. Whenever you see risk management, it is very, very important because most people don't tell you this. Risk management is all about knowing how to manage your money when it comes to investment. Why is it important to know how to manage your money when it comes to investment? It's because of this. Most people won't tell you this. Without investment or without risk, there can never be investment. Whenever you are investing, it's because you are taking risks. So know at the back of your mind, or if it's in the front of your mind, know today that anything you are invest, or whenever you hear anything investment, there is risk attached to it. And what's the risk attached to every investment? Because most people think investment is just you planting cassava and it will be growing forever. No, it's not like that. For every investment, there's always a risk attached to it. And most of us, we don't ask questions. Whenever somebody tells us come and invest our money into something, we don't ask questions. We just want to hear the return. If somebody can promise us 100% in 2 weeks, we are happy. We are not even bothered if we can lose all that money in less than 1 week. So this is risk management. Whenever anybody is telling you anything about investment, the first thing you need to ask is that, what is the risk involved in this thing? Will I lose my money? If I will lose my money, how much will I lose? will this investment affect me if I put my own money? That's what we are saying. Every asset class that you can invest in carries its own risks. Example is this. I know most of you know what we call Forex. And it's so crazy that I've been seeing everywhere now in Nigeria, people are talking about Forex. You can make money in Forex. You can invest in 2 weeks or 2 hours and make 30%. Let me tell you the truth. There's nothing like Forex. In case you've not heard from any source, what all of them are saying is CFD. That asset classes people are trading is CFD. It means contract for difference. What is Forex? Forex is foreign exchange. The real people that are trading Forex are the aboki. The aboki buying dollar and keeping it, and pound keeping it. Because I don't understand, why would you invest with somebody and the person will tell you your money has disappeared or he has lost all your money? If you buy physical, for example, now if I buy physical dollar, even if the value of dollar is not appreciating presently, I can still keep it in my house or in my pocket. Whenever dollar appreciates, I will make more money. But if it doesn't appreciate, I will still keep it because I own the asset, which is the currency. Those small people do online, they show you graph of something, euro, dollar, pound, and every other thing. That is not Forex. It is CFD. Maybe one day when we have time to explain all these things, I would dissect this, because a lot of people don't know this in Nigeria. You go on Instagram, you go on Facebook, you hear people talking about Forex, and even most of them don't even know what they are doing or what they are saying. That particular thing they are calling Forex is not Forex. It is called contract for difference, CFD. And what does CFD means? CFD is a derivative asset. What do we mean by derivative asset? It's not a real asset. It's just something that is mimicking a real asset. So what do I mean by that? Whenever you are trading on CFD platform, the Forex, you will see different currency, dollar, pound, yen. That currency you are seeing is not the real currency. They just put those symbols to mimic what is happening to that underlying currency. If dollar is going up in the real market, on that graph you are seeing on that CFD platform, you're seeing dollar going up. So if you can bet on that price going up, you make money. And if you can speculate that dollar will depreciate, on that graph, you see dollar depreciating, you make money. That doesn't mean you own the physical dollar or the pound in your pocket. That's what we are saying. And that's what CFD means. You are not investing in real assets. So a lot of Nigerians don't even know what they are investing into. Whenever they hear the outrageous amount of percentage they will make from that investment, they jump at it without asking question. There's somebody I know now that is in debt of almost 120 million naira,
Boss, I know.
collecting money from people, telling them he will invest in Forex and every other thing. Of course, most of you know a lot of companies now that they folded up, that they call themselves Forex investment company. So whenever you want to invest in anything, you need to understand the risks involved. If it's the risks you can tolerate or the risks you can manage, real estate also have its own risk. In case you don't know, of course, you can buy a land now, government can collect it. There can be issue with Omoline or any other thing. That's the risks involved in real estate. If you can manage those risks, you can invest in real estate. When it comes to stock, the risks involved in stock is the company closing down. So if you don't make your research properly and you go ahead and invest in a company and the company close down, you will lose your money. So there's no investment without risk. Before you put your money into any investment, you need to understand what is the risk in this investment. Am I risk averse or risk inverse? What that means is that, can I tolerate this risk? Will this risk harm me or not? Can I control this risk? Can I manage it? This is what we are talking about in risk management. You don't want to put your money into something that you lose everything. You don't want to do that, and you want to understand that thing you are putting your money into. So the fourth thing in the pillar is the trading psychology. When it comes to investment, there are emotional attachments to money, because it's your money that is working for you. That's what an investment is all about. Whenever you are investing, it's like you telling your money to go to work for you and you relaxing. So you need to be mentally stable. There are some people that they will invest now and they are expecting the money in the next 30 minutes. It doesn't work that way, except you want a scammer to scam you of your hard-earned money. Investment is not something you do now and you see the reward now. So that's why you have to be mentally stable when investing. It's not something you do out of fear or because you want to make money very fast in the next 2 years. You want to become the next Dangote or the next Jeff Bezos. It doesn't work that way. So your psychology has to be intact. So those are the 4 pillars of investment you need to understand. To recap again, I said the fundamental is the information surrounding what to invest in. Technical analysis is understanding the supply and demand of the asset you want to invest in. And risk management is all about you managing your money, not seeing your money go into loss, or managing your investments not to lose your money, and understanding the asset classes you want to invest into. And trading psychology is for you to understand the mental game of investment, how not to be anxious, how not to panic, how not to invest out of greed. Because it's only greed that will make you give somebody your life saving, because the person promised you 40% in 5 minutes. It's greed that will let you give somebody that your money. So those are the 4 pillars of investing in any asset. You need to understand it can be real estate, it can be stock, it can be anything anybody can invest in, it can be business. So you need to understand all these things. So another thing you need to understand as well is the difference between Ponzi scheme and investment. Between Ponzi scheme and investment, it is very, very important. This next slide is very, because most people really don't understand the difference between Ponzi scheme and investment. See, when it comes to investment, you should have total control over your money, over your capital. Never give anybody your money. Never, 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 except the person is an hedge fund or the person is a licensed financial analyst. Licensed financial analysts are people that are certified to manage people's fund or people's money. Those are the only people that are recognized by the government, by SEC, Security Exchange Commission, to manage your money. These are people that manage pension for retirees and other people. Because I know those forex guys too used to collect money from you, because I've been seeing this online and everywhere. They will tell you invest in forex, invest. Please, any asset that anybody tell you bring your money, I will invest for you, please run away, because the person will squander your money, and there's nothing anybody can do. That's the truth. There's nothing anybody can do. If you give anybody your money, SEC will not arrest the person. Is the truth, because it's in the law, is in Nigerian constitution, that whenever you are investing, you should not give anybody except those that are licensed and regulated by the government. Those are the people that can actually manage your fund. And the second thing is, as I've said earlier, you need to understand what you are investing into. For Ponzi scheme, most people really don't understand. They don't understand what they are putting their money into. I remember in the case of MMM a few years ago, during MMM period, that most of you are just transferring money to one another and you don't even know where your money is going to. You need to understand the asset classes you are investing to, so that you'll be sure that it's not Ponzi scheme and it's not affiliate marketing. Because there are some investment scheme now, they will tell you to refer somebody. Until you refer somebody, that's when you make money. Please don't fall for any of those. Anybody that is telling you to refer anybody before you can make money, that's affiliate marketing. That's not investing. And anything you don't understand and somebody is telling you to come and put your money into, please don't do that. And the last point on the slide is, you must not pay any fee to anybody except you make money. And this is very, very important. Most of us don't understand this. Whenever you are investing or somebody is putting you through on anything investment, for investment, you don't pay anybody until you make money. It is important. If anybody is charging you a fee for managing your account or for telling you what to invest into, please, until you make money, because this is very important. I know some people will say, I would help you make money, but you have to pay me so amount before I can help you out. That's wrong, because at the end of the day, the person can take your money and abscond with it, and you will not make any money. Because I know there are some agricultural investment now that they will tell you to pay upfront before they can give you your return. If the person will not make you make money, because please think about it. If anybody is telling you you should come and invest into something and is making money from it, let him make money from it first, or let him show you how to make money from it. When you make money, you pay the person. Is that not wisdom? That's the thing. If you know you are making money from this thing, show me. Let me make money first. And when I make money, I will invest my money. Or I can start with something small. And when I make money, I can start big. So it is very, very important. Please do not give anybody your money before investing in any asset or before anybody showing you anything when it comes to investment. So on the next slide is how to spot scammers, as I've said. Firstly, they promise you unrealistic return on your capital invested. If you have anybody that is telling you you can make 100% in 2 hours, please run. As I've said, you have to be sorry for that. You have to be very careful. You have to be very careful because a lot of people now in Nigeria are just looking for people money. Please don't be greedy. Investment is not being greedy. It's you understanding. Anybody that promise you 50% in 2 hours, that's a scam. Because if anybody is promising you 2%, 100% in 2 hours, why can't that person go and make the 100% for himself and his family? Please, anybody that is promising you unrealistic return on your money invested, please run away. All right. So another thing is, please be careful of anybody that is telling you about something that you need to refer somebody before you make money. There are some affiliate marketers. Now, I'm very sure most of us know what affiliate marketing is. They will tell you to bring somebody you sign up under you. When somebody sign up under you, you'll be getting some incentive from that person. That is not investment. Affiliate marketing is not investment. Any investment platform or any investment scheme, you see that somebody is telling you bring somebody or refer somebody or send link to somebody, please run away from them. They don't know anything about investment, or they don't know what they are talking about. Affiliate marketing is not investment. And anybody that promise you unrealistic return on investment, please run away. The third thing is, whenever somebody is telling you to invest in something and they can't explain that thing very well for you to understand, just like the way I explained asset classes to you now, real estate, stock, I'm very sure most of you can really understand and relate with all these things. Anybody that tell you that come and invest in this thing and the person cannot explain in details how the thing work or how they make money from it, please run away, because asset class is not difficult to understand. Just like the way I explained, if you are investing in stock, it's because you're a shareholder, you believe a company will make money in the future, or you believe this company is doing well and you want to invest your money with them as a shareholder. That's not difficult. Or if you want to invest in real estate, that's not difficult. Or you want to invest in commodities, that's not difficult. If anybody is pitching any asset class you don't understand, please run away. And another thing is this, is if anybody is telling you to bring money before you can make money investing, please run away. This point is very important. Anybody that wants to show you the way on how to invest, the person should not ask you for a dime. I repeat, for a dime. Because as the director at Mostep Africa, we actually give consultation to people on how they can invest in stock market. We don't charge anybody until they make money. And also, you are in total control of your money. For investing in stock, there's a platform. I'm very sure most of us know the platform. It's either Bamboo and Trove. Once you sign up with your email and your password, I will send the link for those that are interested. Once you sign up on those platforms, you will register with your email address. Nobody has access to your email address and password. You will see list of stocks there. At Mostep Africa, our work is just to recommend what you can invest into. If our stock analyst has analyzed Apple stock, for example, or we tell you that, okay, Mrs. Fumilayo, go and buy Apple stock. We believe in the next 1 month or 2 months, it will make 30%. So you yourself will go and click on the stock, you will buy. And when it's time to sell the stock, we also notify you that, Mrs. Fumilayo, go and sell your stock or you made 30%. Then once you sell, if you want to withdraw, it goes directly to your bank account. And again, we don't even charge people until they make money. So once you join the platform, it is when you make money we charge you. Even if you fund 1 million naira in your account, it's until you make money. And once you make money, let's say you make 50% of the money you invested, 50% of 1 million is 500,000. We only charge 20,000 naira for our service. You can see how it is, because I'm also an investor. Every staff of this company is also an investor. We make money by investing. So it will be stupid for us to charge people money when you are not making money. And also, we want to help Nigerians because we realize a lot of Nigerians don't understand what investment is. Investment is not Ponzi scheme, it's not affiliate marketing. Make money before you pay for anything. If I can show you that you can make money and I can show you that this thing is real, I believe you will pay my fee any day, anytime. That's what I believe. So if anybody is asking you for any money before starting something, please run away. That is not investment. Please. So I think we've reached the end of the slide. Just to recap for those that are joining us newly, I'll be entertaining question. If you can unmute yourself, you can unmute yourself to ask. For those that are joining us, let me go to the first slide. We've talked about devaluation. We said, just to recap for those that are joining us, those that came late, we talk about devaluation, how Naira has been depreciating in value for almost 10 years, and how you can prevent that from affecting you. We said that, of course, prices of foodstuff, prices of house rent now is on the high side. How can you protect your money from devaluation? We said it's by you investing in asset classes. If you had bought land in Lekki 20 years ago when it was very cheap, or let's say you bought a property when it was very cheap, during this period there's inflation, definitely the asset class you've invested in, if it is property, it will have appreciated in value. You'll make more money. Or let's say you invested in commodities like food, or maybe even palm oil, even cement. Of course, you know the price of cement 4 years ago is not the same price now. All these things are things that are inflation proof. If you had invested in them initially, let's say 5 years ago, 10 years ago, of course, the worth of those items now will be on the high side. And we talk about asset classes you can invest in. We talk about real estate, we talk about stock, we talk about people business, we talk about different things, and we made mention of the pillars of investment, things you need to know before investing. We talk about fundamental, which include the information surrounding that thing you want to invest in. And I cited a very good example. I said the land where Dangote is building his refinery presently, if you can take advantage of that by buying the land, once Dangote completes the refinery, of course, the price of that asset will increase in value. Then I talked about stock. Why is it important to invest in foreign stock, not local stock? Is because when you invest in foreign stock, you are investing in dollars. And I cited an example of Apple 2012, 2013. Apple share price was around $100, and $100 in 2010, 2015 was around 250 naira. So if you had invested 25,000 naira now, Apple stock now is now valued to around $1 trillion now. That your $100 in 2013 will have amounted to $10,000 now. $10,000 now is now 5 million. So in the space of how many years, your 25,000 naira has turned to 5 million naira. What has helped your investment to grow is because, one, the company is growing, and again, the valuation of currency has affected naira to reduce in value, making dollar to appreciate in value. So more dollar means more naira for you. That's what we are talking about, and that's why it's important to invest in foreign stock. So I'll be giving room for questions, please. Questions. Okay, I can see some people asking questions. All right, somebody talked about, okay, Mrs. Ayilare Francisca. Sorry if I can't pronounce your name well. Okay, pyramid scheme. Okay, yeah, pyramid scheme is something like that. Yeah, pyramid scheme, something like that. It's quite different from investment. Pyramid scheme is quite different from investment. So pyramid scheme is just like Ponzi scheme, as I've explained. Somebody asked about the devaluation. Devaluation definition, as I've said. I said devaluation is a technique whereby government can use to help the economy. We have devaluation and revaluation. Devaluation means probably when government sees that foreign investors are not coming to our country to invest because our currency is too strong. So in order to attract foreign investors to come and invest in our country, they tend to devaluate the currency. If you can read what CBN cited, the reason why they devaluated naira is because they said to them the naira is too strong. I don't know the naira that is strong, so that foreign investor can come and invest. But you know, our politicians, our leaders, they are jokers. They don't know what they are doing. Why would you devaluate a currency in a country that is not producing? We depend on China for everything. We are not even exporting anything. We are not growing anything. And you are devaluating currency. It's going to affect a lot of things. It will cause inflation. It will increase prices of assets and different things. So devaluation is meant to be a good thing, but in Nigeria, I'm really sorry, devaluation is a very bad thing, and you can see it's affecting a lot of things. All right. So somebody asked about Mostep Africa. Mostep Africa is just a consulting platform. This is what we do. We only help people to make better investment decisions. That's what we do. And we don't charge you until you make money from the investment decision we've given you. So you can visit our website at www.mostepafrica.com, and you can also reach out to us, send a DM on Instagram, Mostep Africa, and on Facebook. And on the Telegram group you guys join, you can also send message if you are interested. As I said, we help you guys make investment decisions, like what you can invest into, how you can protect your money from devaluation. I know something like this is not for everybody, because it's not everybody that has been called to do this. But if you are here, you don't want your currency or your investment or your salary or your earnings to be devaluated, because it's painful. Imagine somebody that is earning 10,000 naira now, and with your 10,000 naira, you can't even pay your children's school fees. Imagine a child in GSS1 or even primary 4. School fees now is up to about 100,000 naira, and your salary is 50,000 naira. It's not increasing. Your house rent is increasing. How are you going to do it? So in order to help you out, we can show you the way how you can do this without necessarily spending too much. And your capital is safe because nobody's collecting your money from you.
Hello,
Okay,
doctor.
somebody asks if you can make investment of 10. Of course, definitely. But you can start as little as possible. Your 10,000, how much is it in dollar? That's not even up to $20. And the reason why it's important to start with huge capital is because, you know, this is this 10,000. Yeah, this 10,000 naira. 10,000 naira is not up to even $20. On the platform, we have people with $50,000. We have people with $100,000 on the platform. Imagine you making 30% of $50,000. You know that will amount to something. You understand? So the minimum requirement for joining or for signing up on the platform is $200, because it will be very easy, even if you make 50% of your capital, to pay our subscription fee, because we charge 20,000 naira every time you make money from your stock. So this is it. When you fund $200 in your stock account and we tell you to buy a particular stock, and let's say within 3 months the stock actually gave a return of 50 to 60%. 50 to 60% of $200 will be around, let's say, $100, $100 and something dollar. So $100 and something dollar now is around, I think $100 now is around 50,000 naira. So it will be easy for you to pay 20,000 naira subscription fee from the money you've made. Another thing is that for now, for anybody that will be joining from this seminar, the first talk will be given out to you will be free. This offer only lasts or is applicable to anybody that attended this seminar. Anybody that is joining today, your first attempt is free. So we are not charging you, because we want you to see it yourself and see that we are not scammers. We are not, and I said we are not taking money from anybody. Download the stock platform. I'll drop the link on the group. Bamboo on Trove. Sign up. Once you sign up, you can reach out to us when you fund your account. We only tell you stocks to buy. And once you buy the stock, we also tell you when to sell. And when you make money, your first attempt is free. It's free. We are not charging you anything. But subsequently, when you make money from your capital invest, anytime you make money, we charge 20K, regardless of any amount you've made. Even if it is 1 million naira you will still pay 20,000 naira. Okay, this is how to identify licensed financial investor. If you go to SEC website, Security Exchange Commission, Mrs. Dura asked this question, you will see their names there and you will see their companies. Note, financial investors, licensed financial investors only manage fund. This is the difference between us and other people. People that are licensed to manage funds, they will collect your money. They won't tell you how to do it. They will only collect your money. So at Mostep Africa, we want to expose you to the thing so that you can be active in the process. A financial investor will collect your fund because their job, they are only in the business of managing funds. You will give them your money and they manage it for you. Example are the PFA, the Pension Fund Administrator, Crusader Pen, First Bank Pension Administrator. They only collect your funds and manage it for you. You won't know where they are putting your money. And those guys, they can make 40%, 50% and give you 10% since you don't know what they are doing. But for Mostep Africa, we show you everything from step one. You are always active in the process, when to buy, when to sell. Since you don't know how to analyze stock, we'll do that for you, and our consultant will tell you, okay, this is Apple, we've analyzed this. Apple, we've analyzed this month, and we believe Apple stock is going to do 20 to 30%. Go and buy Apple stock. That's what we do. And we also explain the reason why you should buy the Apple stock. We have a Zoom platform where we meet Monday and Friday that the analyst will explain why he has told everybody to invest in this stock, and if there's other asset classes you can invest into. So for a financial advisor, you need to go to SEC website, SEC, that's it, Security Exchange Commission. If you want to give anybody your money, those that are licensed to take your money are licensed by SEC, and you see them on SEC website, Security Exchange Commission. But if you want to be active in the process, that is where we come in. We'll show you every step that you will take, and we don't collect any capital from anybody. We don't collect your money. You are totally in control of your money. You are in charge of your money. It's just to tell you the stocks to buy, and once you buy and you make money, that's when you pay for our subscription fee. So for the real estate, I said there are two ways you can invest in real estate. It's either you are buying property or you are investing in it passively. Yeah. How can you invest in it passively? On the stock market also, we have companies that are into real estate. You know, I said something. I said it's not everybody that will have the capital to start real estate, because real estate is very capital intensive to start. It's very capital intensive to start. So I know for real estate, you can start with ₦1 million or 500,000 naira. It's not everybody that can have access to that. But you can invest in a company that is managing properties or that is managing different houses. They call them REIT, Real Estate Investment Trust. You can also see these companies on the stock market. You can see it. There's this company we invested into, I think 2 months ago or 3 months ago. I can't remember. Last month. AHT is the name of the company that made 100%. We made 100% return on the on that stock. The company is into mortgage, is into real estate, is listed on the New York stock market. We made about 100% on that stock. That was last month. You guys can check it out. So is there any question from anybody also? Any question?
Yeah, I have a question, Moses.
All right, you're welcome,
can you hear me?
Mr. Adewumi. All right, you're welcome, Mr. Omishakin. So please don't forget, don't give anybody your money. Don't give anybody your money. If anybody's telling you bring money, make 20% or 10%, no, don't do that. And also, Forex, I just explained that Forex is not what all those guys are telling you online.
Moses,
Whenever you
can
see
you hear me?
anybody telling you Forex online, it's CFD. So because of our time, I would like to end here. In case you have any question, please feel free to ask. Please feel free to ask.
Okay,
Okay, I
Sorry,
have a
Adewumi,
question.
sorry for that. So I have some people on the platform that are our clients at Mostep Africa. I'll give them the opportunity to say one or two things concerning what they've gained on the platform, because I invited them here to talk to those that are joining and those that are attending the seminar, so that you can get one or two things from them also. So Mr. Emeka, are you with us? I don't know if
Yeah.
there's Mr. Emeka, there's Mr. Sule, and there's Mr. Babatunde. These are one of our clients that are on the platform. I would like them to share one or one or two of their experiences on the platform, and so that people that are listening and people that are joining us for the first time too can listen to them. So,
Okay.
so
Good
Mr.
evening,
Emeka,
everyone.
are you with us?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Can you hear me? Can
All
everybody
right.
hear me?
So please, can you just tell everybody what you benefited so far from the Monster platform since you started
Yes.
since last year?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Like you said, my name is Emeka Waniri. I want to start by thanking Moses for giving me this opportunity. I joined Mosef Africa. That was August last year, and then again, I was trying to look for how to double my money, invest my money in something very lucrative, so I could generate money for my business. So I joined. He advised me. He schooled me in one or two things that concerned finance, and asked me to join the platform. I was doubting from the very beginning because I had wrong perceptions concerning forex, and I thought it was forex what he wanted to tell me or talk about, and he said no, that it wasn't forex. He explained what forex was, just like he has done now, and then again told me about stock. I got into stock. I invested my own money, even though I was really scared. I won't lie. You understand, which is a normal thing. He assured me of not being being confident and trusting in him. So what happened was, I think the first 3 months I learned something. In fact, let me say something very fundamental here. Knowledge has been one thing I've learned for over 11 months. I've come to understand how the money system works. You understand? How the banking system works, and how the rich people actually think making money of certain things that the poor or the working class would never understand. So I invested my money, and I wouldn't lie to you. It wasn't a get rich get rich quick scheme. It was a process, and I trusted the process. And at the end of the day, within these 11 months, I'm confident to say that I have made about 300% of my money. And we are hoping that this year, before the year runs out, we'll be making way more than that, because me myself, I'm beginning to learn more, and he, as a person, has also improved beautifully. That is exactly what I have to say about my experience with Muslim Africa for 11 months precisely.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Emeka. So I'll be calling on one of our clients who from the United Kingdom, from London. We have clients in US, in London, and in China. Mr. Babatunde Animashaun, please can you feel free to share your experience also since you joined the platform, sir?
Hello, everyone. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, sir.
Yeah, we can hear you, sir.
Yes, I'm happy to be part of this platform. I joined last year during when the pandemic was really, really high. I think I joined around September. Is it September, October, if I'm not wrong? And I joined, and I've already I have an idea of how stock investments and um, shares are. And when I heard about Mustep Africa, I joined based on the little information that I have. And this platform has made me a millionaire, self-made millionaire. Um, and I've not regretted since I've joined. I've been enlightened more and more. And I've also introduced my friends as well. I have I think 3 of my friends who I don't usually do this. I usually don't usually share this, refer people to things like this because I'm really, really scared. But since I've done that, I've not regretted doing so. And this platform has given me confidence, and that also helped my risk appetite as well, and taught me how to be patient. And I know that it's going to only get better. So I want to say that most of Africa is a place to at least rest your investments or put your investment thinking on. And I can assure you that you'll never regret, and your investment will not remain the same again if you do so. If you take that decision today. I'm reporting all the way from Huddersfield in the United Kingdom.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Babatunde. Because of our time, I'll just let the last person to talk because I know most of us are busy with our schedule and we'll be preparing on Monday. So, Mr. Sule, please, can you hear me, Mr. Sule?
Yeah, I can hear you,
All right,
Doctor.
sorry. For those that are still with us, Mr. Sule will be the last person that will talk because he's also a client on the platform. So,
Yeah, thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming for this meeting. I joined Mostep Africa last year, and before I joined, it was not difficult for me to join because I know about stock before. Now, though I have never traded on stock before, whether Nigeria or foreign, but I know about stock. Then when I joined, I've gained a lot of experience, and I've find out that Dr. Moses is a very rare person. And this kind of person is very difficult to find this kind of people. He gave us lectures, free lectures that you would pay thousands of money for. And since that time from now, I will tell you one secret. I didn't have enough money to invest, but the truth of the matter is that I've been living on this stock trading since the time I joined. This is what I use to sustain my family. I'm married with 2 kids. This is what I use to feed my family to date. So there is nothing to lose here, but you have a lot of things to gain here. You will get money, you will get knowledge. You will know things that you don't know before. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Mr. Sule. Because of our time, I don't want to waste more time talking about different things. So everybody has had. So okay, somebody asked now. So what of some of us who don't have up to 200 as minimum requirement? We can't join the group. Huh. So this is the thing. I really don't know. Some of the staff will get across to you, Mr. Olu, concerning that. So I think that's all for today. Please, in case you're interested or you want to ask more information concerning what we do or how you can join the platform, please, you can reach out to any of us. We are not enforcing anybody, and we are not, this is a voluntary thing because as I've said also, is a way to help every Nigerians to be financially independent. And we are not here to collect any dime from anybody except you make money. And for anybody that is coming on from this seminar, the first attempt is free. We are not charging you, it's completely free. So you can reach out to us maybe after this meeting on Telegram or Instagram or WhatsApp. And in case you want to reach out to us, we have our phone numbers on the group where you can call me or any of the admin. So thank you very much, guys, and have a wonderful week ahead. Thank you.